How's it going, everybody? I am DJ Riley, one of the hosts from Boys on the Bench, and I am here with my top 3 NBA picks for you. It is the final oil. See where I almost did myself. I'm a Mavericks fan myself, and I've already kind of all lost hope. Really, the only thing that I can do right now is just hope that the Celtics do not win in Dallas on this Game 4 matchup. Let's just push it to Game 5. They can have their parade, win, whatever in Boston. But anyways, nonetheless, I'm here with my top 3 NBA picks for you today using the Outlier Insight tool. But before we jump into that, as always, make sure y'all are checking out my X profile here. You can follow me at DJ_BoysOTB. That link is also in the description below. Now, this was one play that I kind of wanted to show y'all. If y'all were not following along, this play absolutely disappointed. I had a 40x on here, used the Daily Grind Fantasy AI generator tool, which made this process super easy. It gave me 6 out of these 7 plays. One of the plays that it did give me was this Ludwig PGA play here. I needed him to go under 3.5 birdies or better. He had 4 birdies in the first 9 holes that he played. So he completely crapped on this. We still ended up profitable, getting a 2.6 multiplier, but that sucked nonetheless. But anyways, all of my picks are always posted here. I give you some of my reasonings as well on all of these picks that I provide you with, giving you all of that value that you are looking for. But anyways, though, let me go ahead and jump into the 3 picks that I have for you today. And the first one that I have on this list is this Sam Hauser going over 7.5 points plus rebounds plus assists. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the way that I've kind of built this out is through their Outliers Insight tool. So you can see here, you can search it by any player, or you can go ahead and have it kind of filtered out by sport. So here I had it at the NBA, then I added a filter for this Sam Hauser because I knew what play I was already looking for through all of my research. So anyways, though, they have all of these plays here with all of these insights. It was his points plus rebounds plus assists that I was most interested in, because you can see here that in this insight, they said that he's hit this in 12 out of his last 13 games versus bottom 10 defenses for assists allowed, which is absolutely insane. And his average over that time is 19.5 PRA, meaning he's hit this 92% of the time, right? Looking here, it was only that Game 2 matchup versus Dallas, which I honestly feel like was a little bit of an outlier game. And I know that some of y'all may be questioning on how he's performing even with Kristaps Porzingis. So if we look at how he does in games with Kristaps Porzingis, it really doesn't change at all. This is still looking at bottom 10 defenses for assists, and he's still hit this in 5 out of his last 6, with that Game 2 matchup being the only one that he didn't hit it. Yes, he doesn't necessarily play a ton of minutes. If we're looking here at his minute usage, he's really averaging 21. But if we even take that filter off of that Kristaps Porzingis and how he's done over really the finals here, he's only played a max of 16 minutes, but we can see here that he's almost matching it, going 1 for 1. Had 16 minutes, but had 13 PRA. Had 14 minutes, but had 13 PRA in that last game that he played. So again, this is kind of that outlier game. I feel like that's why that line is very reduced. Even if Porzingis, he is game time decision, injury designation. Even if he comes back into this, I really love him. Dallas is really not a good team at any statistical category defensively. I know that they've stepped it up here into the playoffs to put them in the position where they're at, but we can even see, again, Hauser has done very well versus this Dallas team regardless. Again, bottom 10 in every statistical category. But anyways, really love him to go over 7.5 PRA, so easily cashing that. You can get that on Underdog currently right now. Prize Picks at the time that I'm filming this does not offer that, so I did build out a slip using Underdog. But anyways, though, let's go ahead and look at the next pick that I have for you. That is Al Horford. Again, I use this insight tool as well. You can see here that he has failed to exceed 9.5 points in 6 out of his last 7 games on the road, averaging 8.9. So he is very close to that 9.5, hitting roughly 9-point game average for him. Again, Kristaps Porzingis is still that kind of game time decision factor that we're all kind of waiting to hear for him. But if we look here versus Dallas on away, he only had 8 points in this last game. I think that the biggest thing here is his 3-pointers. So even if we look at his last let's look at his last 10 games first here. You can see that, yes, over his last 3 versus this Dallas team, he's really shooting only 3-point attempts. He's had 5, 3, and 5, but if we look at his total field goals, 8, 4, and 6. So he hasn't had a lot of opportunities outside of his 3-point field goals, and really he's not making any more than 3. Yes, he's had a couple games here, but if we go look at his last 20 games, over the 3-pointers that he's made, he's really only made more than 3 in these 2 games that they just referenced over his last 10. And really, that's it. They can afford to give up 3 3-pointer made. That gives him 9 points, and we're rocking and rolling. We're sitting pretty good. So anyways, though, I really, really like this. He's really only going to stay outside of the arc. Hasn't made more than 3 threes in all but 18 out of his last 20 games. So I don't really expect that happening today, where he hasn't even shot more than 5. So he'd have to be just shooting absolutely lights out. Hasn't happened this far into this series. I don't expect that to happen also today, or in this game as well. With it being kind of a closer game. Yes, I've also lost hope, like I've mentioned before, but we're past that. Anyways, though, moving on to the last pick that I have for you, and it's Kyrie Irving going under his 8.5 rebounds plus assists. He's hit this under in 5 out of his last 6 games versus top 10 defenses for assists allowed, averaging 6.7. We can see here that in every single game versus Boston in this finals, he has not cleared. His highest number is 8, but he went 5-8-5 in that second game of this matchup, though. You can see here that his potential assist nearly doubled to what his average typically is, coming in around that 7. Rebounding chances were also one of the highest since game, I think, 2 or 3 versus this Minnesota team. So again, this was kind of that outlier game, I feel like, as well, where he got the closest and still hit the under with his highest rebounding chances and by far his highest potential assist opportunity in that game. So we can see here again, assists allowed, where his potential assists were 14. Boston is a fantastic team in terms of assists allowed, so I do fully expect him to go under today in that matchup. Rebounds could be one of the only things that kind of mess this up, I feel like, but we haven't really seen him go over 3 rebounds in this matchup. But anyways, though, these are my top 3 picks that I have for you in these matchups. Find a way to work these into your slips. If you're trying to build out something bigger, pair these with some of your favorite plays in the finals. Let me know what your favorite plays are as well in the comments below. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel. We would greatly appreciate it. Drop a like if you found this content helpful as well. Anyways, though, let's have a great day, and hopefully Dallas can get to Game 5. See y'all tomorrow.